This looks like a vacant lot now, but soon, through a partnership with the City of Phoenix Neighborhood Services Department, Trellis, and a Community Development Block Grant Fund, this will be the site of 2 affordable new homes.
I want to thank all of you for being here today at our groundbreaking ceremony here in Garfield. I want to thank Kate Gallego, Councilwoman Gallego, for being here as well. And so let me introduce myself. My name is Caroline Cancel. I am the Director of Real Estate Development at Trellis. I am so proud to be here, having just relocated a little less than a year ago from New York City to be a part of this amazing organization, Trellis. Before I introduce Patricia Garcia Duarte, our CEO, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Trellis and what we've been able to do here. Trellis is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the creation of stable homes and communities. Trellis has prepared nearly 3,000 home buyers to purchase their first homes, built new or rehabbed more than 300 homes, prevented more than 4,000 foreclosures during the downturn by helping struggling homeowners, and financed in excess of $125 million in mortgage loans and down payment assistance. I am thrilled to be here in Arizona and here in Garfield and have the opportunity to introduce our first speaker, Patricia Garcia Duarte. Patricia is the president and CEO of Trellis, and most know her for her 30 years in community development in the last 12 years at Trellis. She was formerly at Chase, responsible for investing in communities to support the bank's requirements under the Community Reinvestment Act. Formerly, Ms. Garcia Duarte was a housing developer in the not-for-profit sector where she advocated on a national level for home ownership. She is a former member of the inaugural Community Advisory Board of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Community Advisory Council of the Federal Reserve, City of Phoenix Commission on Housing and Neighborhoods, City of Mesa Task Force, and the Regional Workforce Housing Task Force. Currently, she is a board member of Community Housing Capital, Advisory Housing Alliance, advisory member to Mutual of Omaha Bank America, Chase, member of the City 3PI Oversight Committee. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Patricia Garcia Duarte, CEO of Trellis.
Thank you, Caroline. She covered a lot. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, so I am super excited. I woke up at 4:30 this morning thinking, oh my gosh, I still need to sleep a little bit longer. But thank you. Thank you for being here and celebrating with us this morning. Like I said, we're super excited. This is 3 new infill homes, and it's hard to believe. I was sharing with my team earlier this week. I knew I had seen some information about a groundbreaking here in the very early years, and I found our annual report, and it's exciting to see that in September 23rd to be exact, of 1992, the work of this organization started. And there was a program called Home Again. Home Again came to Garfield, and we put the first infill new construction home. At that ceremony, we had former and the late Jack Feaster, who was the Board of Trustee chair. He did the MC for that groundbreaking. And we also had former Councilman Calvin Good, because this was his district. So we're come full circle. We're pretty much wrapping up a contract, and we are super excited to bring 2 more homes under this particular contract. And it's taken a lot of tender loving care. The theme back in that ceremony was, the seeds have been laid. And boy, has it taken a lot of softening of the soil, tilling, digging, composting, watering, fertilizing. You guys get the theme. Gardening, trellis. I'm super excited. We picked the right name when we rebranded. Like a trellis, we're a framework of support for growth. And that's what we have been doing for more than 40 years. So thank you for sharing your time with us this morning. It truly has been a lot of work. And we would not be able to do this over these many years if it wouldn't be for the partnership that we have had with the city of Phoenix. There's just no way. So this partnership is really valuable and critical to what we have been able and what we can claim we have done here in this wonderful community of Garfield. So the landscape, trellis, planting the seeds, you guys follow me? The landscape has really changed, and creating low moderate income homeowners has become more challenging. So I really want to thank our loyal financial supporters like NeighborWorks, LISC, Terry, thank you, because they're a national intermediary, and many times over the years they've stepped in to provide us the capacity, funding necessary to do the work that we do. Chase, Bank of America, the big three, Wells Fargo, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac. We continue to have a partnership with Freddie Mac. State Farm, Deb Colbert is here, formerly with State Farm, board member as well. And State Farm is a good partner of ours that they continue to give us contributions year over in. Alliance Bank, National Bank, BBVA Compass, Johnson Bank, First Bank, U.S. Bank, and so many more. I really need to call them out because truly without the corporate support, we wouldn't be able to do what we know our community needs. And individual donors as well. Thank you. If you have Trellis on your giving, we thank you because it's individual donors that support the organization, it's corporate contributions. So thank you for that. It truly does take a village. So I am going to move right along. Over the last 12 years, this community has been used for so much research. I know Dana will probably share some of that experience, but over the years, we've had to measure beyond bricks and stones over units and measure more broadly. So we've used this community to help us develop tools that we are now taking advantage of, national tools that we have used to measure the impact that we have had. And every year we go back to the Hill and we let them know what the impact has been of our work. So it has been a lot of neighborhood residents that have engaged and helped us with the surveys. ASU students, Aislinn Richmond is not here right now, but she has really helped us to do this. We now call it the Community Impacts Measure tool, and we do it every 3 years. We've done it for the last 9 years formally, but prior to that, we were part of a pilot to kind of help us measure all those nuggets. So Garfield residents have talked to us through this tool, and we know that they've been calling out for more affordable housing, and we're really super excited that at least we can have 3 more under this particular program. So the work of our team, you met Caroline Cancel, the director of our real estate department, but in her team, we have Shelly Shang, who has been the primary point person for the Garfield project, and then Glenn Carlson, he's not with us this morning, but they are the team that will help continue with the development here in Garfield. We've been guided by a lot of leadership from this community on our board of directors, and I'll let Art mention who have been some of the Garfield representatives that have governed and helped us be eyes and ears to this community so that we produce what the community members need and are asking for. I've said enough. I'm super excited. Again, thank you for being here. I want to introduce our board chair, Art Bettis. He's vice president for West Region Community Development, and he is with U.S. Bank. And here is Art, our board chair, Art Perez.
Thanks, Patricia. I want to start by thanking the City of Phoenix for their long-standing partnership with Trellis. The city was part of our founding as NHS over 40 years ago, and I can say without equivocation that were not for city staff and council, Trellis's birth and ongoing existence would be impossible. I want to recognize some of my fellow current and former board members, so I'm going to start with some of the formers. If I miss anybody, please. So I know Dana Johnson's over here, and Deb Colbert. Thank you, Deb, for coming back. Eva Olivas. Oh, there. That's what I see. Did I miss anyone? I'm going to go on to some of the current board members that are lucky enough to work with me at this great organization. So Angelo Chinfu is right here. Hugo Tapia, and Ramona Martinez. Thank you all very much for the work you do. It took the commitment of many partners to get to the final part of our contract to develop much needed affordable housing in Garfield. And Trellis's vision is a place for everyone. Everyone has a place to call home. Our strategic plan focuses on working with cross-sector partners to advance social enterprise, increase sustainability, and advocate the value of home. I'm proud to be chair of the board and work with a passionate team and a passionate board. Nothing helps drive the success of an individual, a family, a neighborhood, or a city more than safe, affordable place to call home. I'm so proud of the work that Trellis does to deliver on this vision. And I'd now like to introduce our District 8 City Councilwoman, Kate Gallego.
Thank you so much to Art and to the whole team at Trellis for partnering with the City of Phoenix to make these affordable homes a reality. I am Kate Gallego. I wear two hats today. I represent the beautiful Garfield neighborhood, and I also chair the Neighborhood and Housing Subcommittee at the City of Phoenix. So this is a win for both of my hats here today. The two questions that I get asked the most as an elected official these days are, what are you doing about homelessness, and what are you doing about affordable housing? And it's really an exciting time for us at the City of Phoenix when we can work with a neighborhood that is so supportive of affordable housing. Trellis and the city have had long dialogues with the Garfield neighborhood about the vacant infill opportunities in the neighborhood, what they wanted to see. And it was amazing community values because Garfield said, we love being a diverse neighborhood. We want to stay a diverse neighborhood and have affordable housing. Downtown is going gangbusters, and that is a wonderful thing for our city. But we also have to remember that we want everyone to be able to live in our greater downtown area, and we need affordable opportunities. We at the City of Phoenix could not do it without great partners like Trellis and the Garfield Neighborhood Organization. So thank you for making us the kind of city we want to be, that values everyone and gives everyone a chance at a great affordable home and that American dream. This is a long time coming. Trellis did some great surveys and talking to the neighborhood about what they wanted, and they love the unique housing stock, the history. They wanted us to remember the architecture and the great features that make this neighborhood special, and Trellis is going to do that, so thank you to Trellis. We need to do it because this neighborhood keeps winning all these awards for hottest neighborhood and getting recognition for the great success, and it wouldn't be possible without great leaders who've been doing this work for decades. So thank you in particular to Kim and Dana and the Alwyn House for the great building, but the whole Garfield Neighborhood Organization. It's such an impressive organization here. We in District 8 hired a Trellis board member who was involved in the Garfield neighborhood, Armida Lopez, who had been doing our work in Garfield. She is not here with us today, but I think several of us are thinking about her. And it's really been a partnership as well with the neighboring institutions. We're trying to do transit-oriented development, and it's been great to see new housing opportunities, but new restaurants. We're excited about Gallo Blanco, Welcome Diner, Roland's Market, and that development, as well as the amazing educational opportunities in this neighborhood. We have University of Arizona, ASU, our partners, the Phoenix Elementary School District, biomedical campus, really great things happening on the education side as well. And thank you to the folks who are our partners in that area. On a personal note right now, I have a young son who loves going to grandma's house, maybe too cool for mom. And grandma bought her house thanks to Trellis. So my neighborhood, my family has had that benefit as well, that great counseling and support services. So it's not just my staff, but also the family who has benefited from the approach at Trellis. And I appreciate the housing counseling in addition to the home ownership. It's really that full system that helps us be a more sustainable city and learn from some of the lessons of the downturn, get people into homes that they can afford and that match their values. I also have an environmental degree, and I'm very excited about the green features, the energy efficiency, and other innovations that are going to be in these homes. We want sustainability. The voters in Phoenix passed a general plan that said we want to be the most sustainable desert city in the entire world, and so as we build, we have to think about that sustainability as well as access to transportation, and this neighborhood has it all. So thank you to the folks at August Construction for building that great homes and really prioritizing sustainability as well. This has also been a priority of the Central City Village Planning Commission, which is a body of local appointed leaders who advise the city on development, and we have several of the leaders of that body here. Thank you to Shannon, to Eva, and to Kim. They are all my appointees to that, and I appreciate their service. The pay is lousy and the hours are long, but hopefully on days like today you feel like it really does make a difference because we're building the kind of city that we want to. So thank you for stepping up and continuing to serve. All of them have extensive service, and hopefully you're proud of what we're building. It is not just this area where we're doing infill, but the city is throughout the city, and thanks to leadership of Chris Hallett, who you get to hear from, we're doing a lot of infill projects with affordable housing. We don't have as many tools as other states. Our state legislature has preempted us from being able to require affordable housing, so we're doing it with incentives and with nonprofit partners. And we're doing it throughout the city, so Chris and I were recently down on the 24th Street corridor where we're doing it, but partnering and trying to find incentive-based ways to do affordable housing. And I want to thank all of the folks, including at Trellis, who have helped us advocate to make sure that we do have the tools we need to build affordable housing. So just want everyone to know this is part of a bigger picture and something we'll continue to do at the City of Phoenix, but we could not do it without you. So thank you so much for being here today.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Chris Hallett. I'm the City of Phoenix Neighborhood Services Director, and I'm proud to be a partner with so many of you that are here. So I want to first and foremost thank all of you for coming out, because you all probably have a tie to this somehow or you wouldn't be here. 1992 draws a good parallel. It's when I started working for the city, and I know this community has changed immensely since that time. And I don't know what it looked like back then, because that was early in my career and I wasn't out in the neighborhoods at that point. But I know a lot has changed, and a lot of the names have changed, the people have changed since the work has begun here in 92. The Garfield neighborhood plan was initiated in 92, and what hasn't changed is Dana and Kim from Garfield. They're your static, and the other community members have been here long awaiting, so I'm very excited. We've been able to have a couple of events exciting to deliver on commitments we've made to the community for decades now. In 1999 we got our redevelopment plan authorized by the council, and we can't do it without the full support of our council. Councilwoman Gallegos is a staunch supporter of neighborhoods. She chairs our Housing and Neighborhoods Subcommittee and has been on the forefront of this and throughout her district. So I want to commend her on her efforts and support, as well as the support of Trellis. We've been working with them a very long time and proud to be partners. In fact, we're making good on a 2001 contract. It's the last 2 lots out of 18 lots from that contract. We did 16 of them through 2008, and then of course the recession hit. So we're super excited to be back here, moving earth again, finishing that. The councilwoman alluded to other things are going on. We have a current RFP out for another 13 lots here in Garfield, and we're going to have another 17 after that. So we're right on the cusp of a lot more revitalization. The city's been a partner on 48 different infills since 1999 to 2008, over 800 different housing unit rehabs in this area. So there's been a lot of investment. We're not done. We're happy to be here again. We can't do it without staff from our department, other departments, our supporters. You know, my predecessor, Jerome Miller, was a big PCL fan, partnerships, collaboration, and leverage. And that's everybody that's standing here today, is either a partner, a leverage, or a collaborator. And we can't do it alone. None of us can do it alone. We need each other. And I know we're all grateful for having each other here. And we're excited to be able to do it today for the community, because we've been long working with them with their plan, and we just can't wait to get these two up and many, many more behind it. So we appreciate to be here and working with you all. Thank you.
Finally, I'd like to introduce Dana Johnson. Dana has been in the Garfield neighborhood for over 40 years, right, Dana? And he's only 40. He was previously, as indicated earlier, a Trellis board member. Let me just tell you a little bit about Dana. Dana is the Allwyn House Foundation board president and serves on the executive board of directors for Garfield Organization, whereas chair of Garfield Organization Revitalization and Economic Development Committee since 1991. He works to preserve the neighborhood contextual integrity in collaboration with multiple City of Phoenix departments and private developers. Dana is an active board member of Neighborhood Housing Services, Phoenix, currently serving in 2 committees. And without his help, push, commitment to the neighborhood, I don't think we would be here today, honestly. So I'd like, without further ado, to introduce Dana Johnson.
Wow, that was quite an introduction. Thank you. Without going into details, I can't express how thrilled I am to be here. Thank you, Patricia, for inviting me, and all the Trellis staff, and NSD for helping Garfield continue throughout the years. I like infrastructure. It's one of my big things. I'm a big proponent of it. And you know, these almost invisible things like sewers that no one sees, but it's what makes our cities work. Most people would say building houses isn't infrastructure, but the way I see it, these houses are merely infrastructure to building a community and building the social fabric that is Garfield. It has been an essential element in creating our neighborhood and our community. I've had the opportunity to work with Trellis, as it's been stated here, for several decades, and had the honor of serving on their board for over a decade, and it is something that I will always be proud of. In those decades, Trellis has built over 50 houses in Garfield alone. They've renovated a number of houses, our existing old houses, and perhaps more importantly, they've educated many, many more residents to become successful homeowners. The latter being most totally invisible service they've provided in our community. That intangible service is possibly the most valuable. And their houses, while not invisible, the houses tend to blend in contextually. Once the newness fades away, they suffer a dusty haboob, a monsoon storm, and it looks as if it's always been there. It's almost an invisible, intangible impact, and that's what I really appreciate. And the best part is, Trellis has done this for all these years without being presidentially braggadocious. And so I really look forward to many more years of working with both NSD and Trellis in building Garfield and keeping it affordable to the community. Thank you.
Before we end, I'd like to first thank a few folks. I want to say first thank you to Shelly Chen. She's been totally committed to the Garfield project, and day in and day out, really just determined to make this project move forward and get it to where it needs to be, which is in the ground. And I want to thank August Building, Austin, and his crew for being here today, and they are the GC on this project particularly. And I also would like to thank Ocotillo Construction, who is also working on another infill project very nearby on Fillmore and 10th Street, and look forward to that going into the ground as well soon. Once again, I thank you as the Director of Real Estate Development at Trellis. I'm grateful for your presence here today. And we just had a wonderful morning, a wonderful, beautiful blue day, so I'm grateful. Thank you so much for being here.
1, 2,